This crime was committed by radical Islamists, but we know who carried out the attack. We are interested in knowing who ordered this attack. The terrible crime of March the 22nd is an act of intimidation. And the question arises, who is to benefit?
Вот люди бегут по мосту. Очень много. Очень много. Вообще очень много. Полный мост бежит. Нет, там вчера в Crocus.
This crime was committed by radical Islamists, people who are combated around the world. We see that the United States are using their channels to whitewash their satellites and all of those who, according to their statements, have no part in this terrorist attack. And they're saying that it is the banned organization of ISIS is fully responsible, but we know who carried out the attack. We are interested in knowing who ordered this attack. Our investigative and law enforcement authorities need to have answers to many questions, such as, is it true that radical Islamist organizations are willing to make strikes against Russia and blaming it for the exacerbation of the conflict in the Middle East, and how the radical Islamists, who are being positioned as true Muslims, commit such heinous atrocities during the sacred month of Ramadan. These questions, along with many others, more specific, professional questions involved in the investigation of this crime, must have their answers. One thing is clear: the terrible crime of March the 22nd is an act of intimidation. And the question arises, who is to benefit? This crime can only be a link in a chain of attempts by those who are at war with our country since 2014. The Nazis, the Kiev regime, who never stopped at any means using any kinds of inhuman tactics to achieve their goals, especially now when their so-called counteroffensive has failed, as recognized by everyone, and the Russian armed forces possessed the initiative along the entire front line, and no attempts to stabilize the situation for the Ukrainian side have been successful. This has led to their attempts to penetrate our borders and their shellings of Russian civilian infrastructure, including energy infrastructure, their attempts to make strikes at the Crimean Bridge, the Crimean Peninsula. These steps make up a logical sequence of terrorist attacks and attempts to intimidate the Russian society and sow discord, and at the same time to show their own population that the Kiev regime is still strong.
ISIS bears the sole responsibility here. The sole responsibility, and Mr. Putin understands that. We shared that with their government, and so there is no evidence, absolutely no evidence that Ukraine is involved.
From breaking news, detailed analysis, in-depth interviews and explainers, follow the Times of India. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our videos and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest.